And I will say that we are seeing just about as many people that came out for the Genesis protest as we go down the line. Again, these people are for the freedom to choose what you put in your body, when and why. Imagine that. Imagine medical professionals that have been in the field for how long, deciding whether or not they want to take a shot. These mandates are unconstitutional, and quite frankly, they're anti-human. And that's the truth of the matter. People have to wake up to that fact. Both sides now pretty filled up. We're wrapping it up in the next half an hour, but the issue is certainly not gone. There's so much to discuss with this issue. Folks, again, these boosters that have not been approved, you've actually seen people on the inside now. The COVID czar and another authoritarian figure resign. They put their resignations in because they know it doesn't end and it's not going to look well for them. Okay? What's that? Oh, you've watched me? Well, thank you. Hopefully I haven't bored you to death. All right, good. Oh man, so again, so good to see people out here. But again, it won't end with 3 shots, won't end with 4 shots, it won't end with 5 shots. And it's not just the medical martial law tyranny. It is literally well beyond that. And when I say well beyond that, I mean that this is it. This is it for humanity. They want a digital passport. They want QR codes. They've got the youth so dumbed down. Some of them are getting them tattooed on their bodies. I want you to think about that. They think it's a joke. They're getting QR codes tattooed on their bodies. They're getting acclimated to bootlick the rest of their lives. And even those that resist, they want your children. And the bottom line is, these people are out here with their family members, and for good reason, because they care about their kids, okay? They want them to grow up in a just and right world. They don't want them to be forced. Yes, sir.
I got a bag for you.
All right. Tell people where you came from.
Chicago.
All the way from Chicago. That's a pretty hefty drive, 2.5 hours or so.
Oh yeah, at least.
At least. So what's going on in Chicago on the Illinois side? Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
It's terrible. I hardly pay attention on the local news about it. I just know that it's very my way or the highway type of thinking. And Governor Pritzker, he thinks he's the emperor of Zion or something.
And these people are really exercising authoritarianism in a way we've never seen, not only in this country, but the westernized world, at least in this generation, correct?
Oh, it's terrible. It's just, I think it's 9/11.20 is what I think.
Well, when I said this was, a slow rollout, 1929, meets 9/11 is COVID 1984, and that's exactly what we've gotten.
That's the cover story from one day. Shit hits the fan.
All right, brother, we're gonna keep going up. Thank you so much for being out. I'll hook up with you before I go. I promise. All right, we got so many people out here. Again, we got the Burmese Brigade coming out all the way from Chicago. People on this corner. We're gonna do a little bam like that. See if we can switch that over, corner to corner. We've got the people out there as well, and over here. And then all the way down the line, there we go. Mandates are fascism, correct. No mandate for me either. So let's cross the street really quick and get over here. Got some people over here. And again, I encourage all of you out there to get involved, because now is the time. There may not be another chance. I want to make that extremely clear. This is it. This is it. Okay? And again, guys, I want to reiterate that you can do this too. You can organize this. Derek Rose of the Conscious Resistance has been out there. He was one of the first with healthcare workers down in Houston saying, no, we will not go with these mandates. And again, I'm going to remind you, the mainstream narrative, the false narrative that they are pushing is that this is going to be the great resignation of healthcare officials due to COVID fatigue. I assure you, these healthcare professionals here in Iowa are not worried about COVID fatigue. They are worried about mandates of DARPA technology again and again and again whenever authoritarians say so. Okay, and these dictates cannot pass. You must resist. Everybody out there can help. Everybody out there can use their resources, their talents to challenge this. Just by non-compliance alone, your message can be cast. Okay, because it's not just Trinity, it's not just Genesis, it's not just Iowa, it's not just Texas, it's not just New York. This is the takeover. This is global right now. Make no mistake about it. And you know, if you're tuning in live, you know you're hearing the beeping because people get it. People get it. People know that this has all gone too far. That these people should not be coerced into these mandates. More people beeping. You know, let's go down. Again, folks, we're going to go back through. We're going to cross the line. Keep going through. Thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share. By the way, if you are new to the Burmis Brigade, remember we go live several times a day, and we're still deciding on what we're going to do for 9/11, whether or not we're going to be making our way all the way to New York, or if we're going to stay here in Iowa. There's a Fit Fest, so much going on, so many things. Listen, that's what I mean. There's always an opportunity for you to be the one to get out there, okay? For you to be the one to take action. For you to be the one to have their voice heard, period. Anywhere, everywhere. And you don't have to do it in a condescending or aggravated tone. There are so many ways to reach people. I mean, look again, how many people think that this is a real issue and will not go with the authoritarian mandates, folks? It's the real deal. If this doesn't make you want to get out and fight, if this doesn't make you want to activate in some way, I don't know what will. I really don't know what will. I mean, maybe it'll be this woman and her baby. Maybe that'll activate you. Maybe it'll have to be your family member that all of a sudden has these mandates. Maybe it's got to be you. But again, we need more and more people stepping up and stepping out and challenging this medical martial law tyranny that leads us nowhere good. Nowhere good. Where does it lead us? It leads us to a techno-fascist, predator class run, new world order, where their medical martial law tyranny is implemented on all of us as they move to a UBI automation nation in a transhumanist movement of demonic immortality. I hate to put it that way, but those are true words. That's what that is. So guys, in this last minute, thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. I'll probably do a wrap-up video later on this afternoon. And after that, it'll all be posted on Rockfin as well, rokfin.com. The links are down below. It's a great way to support me. It is a way for people like myself to get their message out totally and completely uncensored, where we can discuss things that are just not allowed to be discussed on YouTube. And remember, if you think it ends with medical advice, if you think it ends with doctors, remember, they just deplatformed that woman who lost her son in Afghanistan. That's a real thing. They are now age restricting 9/11 content. The censorship will not end until we make it end. That's the bottom line. And these people will be heard. This medical martial law tyranny will not be tolerated. And we need you guys out there supporting people like this at every point possible, at every opportunity you get. So I love you guys. It's not about left or right. It's always about right and wrong. And I will see you all on the flip side.